Just kind of let you guys know, today's a little bit of a cheat day for me. So if I'm lucky and any of you happen to have like a little Debbie or a Hostess cake in your pocket, please feel free to just throw that up here at any time. Or give it to me after the show, whichever you're more comfortable with. Be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Drove here tonight from Kentucky. On the way, I had to stop and get gas. And I'm sure a few of you guys know what I'm talking about when I say those last few drops. You know those last few drops? Well, you know you're broke when you spend more time shaking those last few drops off than you did pumping the gas you just paid for. I mean, it's hard. It's rough, guys. It's hard. Life's hard. You know, relationships are hard. It's all about give and take. You know, you got to give a little to get a little. And I'm sure you guys look at me and you say, well, he's not the most giving guy in the world. And you'd be right. He knows. But I'll have each and every one of you know that every person I have ever been in a relationship with, I've purchased a vibrator for. Yeah. And that vibrator has been bigger than my dick. And that's because they don't make vibrators smaller than my dick. Yeah. But I'm sure if you guys are like me at this point in your life, you realize there are pros and cons when it comes to everything in life. And believe it or not, there are even pros and cons when it comes to being a morbidly obese piece of shit like myself. One of the pros that it's often overlooked, but it's one of my favorites, is when you're with somebody, especially the first few times, you get to be on the bottom. You know, I mean, there's no hassle, there's no argument whatsoever. And whether they want to admit it or not, it's because part of their brain, just a little part, is actually terrified that your weight might actually be enough to crush them. Or that the force and energy needed to move your hips back and forth might actually be enough to push your little heart right over the edge. Yeah. Now, there are plenty of cons, one of which is obviously looking like me. The other is a little more serious, sleep apnea. I'm sure you guys have heard. It's the fat man sickle cell. As I mentioned earlier, I drove here from Kentucky. I'm originally from eastern Kentucky, the furthest little point there, right in West Virginia's ass. And being from... Thanks. Being from eastern Kentucky, you know, you're going to have a few rotten roots when it comes to your family tree. And, you know, I'm no different. In my family, we've got racists, we've got sexists, we've got bigots, we've got homophobes, and even Trump supporters. And that's just talking about my dad. Yeah, it was hard for me growing up, guys, and I'm sure you all can tell, you know, it wasn't easy. You know, I'm a child of divorce, raised by a single mother, and right as I hit puberty, she started going through menopause. Our relationship was extremely difficult during that time. Well, let me tell you, the sex was never better. Now, I'm just speaking from my point of view, but I'm sure if you were to ask her, she would feel the same way. Pretty sure. But speaking of beautiful, intelligent, independent women, I see a few of you in the audience this evening, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm envious of you. You know, you guys are the fairer sex, you're more intelligent, and you guys have such a great capacity for caring. And I'm really envious. And it's not for these stereotypical reasons. No, it's because of your vaginas. Now, it's not what you're thinking. I just wish I had somewhere where I could put things that I would quit getting shit all over them all the time. You know, I'm really tired of using my prison pocket, guys. I wish I could use nature's pocket. Yeah. But the best thing about a vagina is it's like a fanny pack without the fanny pack. But one last thing real quick before I get off the stage, just to let you guys, you know, this is my first time here, just to let you all get to know me a little better, get a little peek behind the curtain. I like to jack off as quick as possible. Because even I don't like to touch my own dick. I guess you could say I always pull a fast one. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad we can end on that killer.